Welcome, Scorpio. This is Regina from Pacific Tarot, getting ready to do your new moon in Scorpio reading. This new moon actually occurred yesterday. I did this reading yesterday and I had technical difficulties. I also got my vaccinations and one of my ears is plugged up, so I can't really hear myself accurately. So I hope that I'm speaking loudly enough. However, I would like to ask you now to like, share, comment, and subscribe to my videos, Pacific Tarot. I'm very distracted. And I will repeat that offer at the end. The reason I'm saying this now is that it is not really expected that you would like, share, or comment on a video without having seen it. If you find that's the opportunity along the way, please do so. I cannot stop in the middle of a reading. I just don't do that. I can't do that. It feels awkward, and I guess that's something I'll be working on, but I will remember at the end. So if you're with me at the end and you haven't done one or all of those things, any of those things, that will be an opportunity, and I will remind you then. Moreover, I just want to thank you for being here, for spending time with me. I appreciate all the things that you do to support me to do something that is truly important to me. So thank you for that. And your overall energy, Scorpio, the Five of Pentacles. Fives are about a struggle, a challenge that you may be facing. And this challenge that you may be attempting to change is the ability to be comfortable with what you have, for you to have enough of an abundance that you don't feel limited in terms of your goals or activities. This card in many ways is showing me that monetary concerns or a lack of resources is constraining you perhaps against a project that you're imagining right now or planning. And this is really talking about conditioning that most of us have had, particularly if you're from a family of limited means where there's the sense that there is never enough, that you never have quite enough, or that you are not quite enough to achieve what it is that is significant to you. And certainly you are recognizing the futility of such values in a life that has moved far away, at least for the Scorpios I'm talking to, from their family of origin in terms of value, in terms of activities or goals. And this is really encouraging you to stop from the circular activity of worrying, concern, anxiety about what you don't have, and simply allow yourself to be grateful for the tremendous abundance that I know exists in your life. By being grateful and honoring the successes that you've already had, the many ways in which you've constructed a life that reflects yourself and your values, you are already abundant, you are already successful. And by embracing that success, by embracing the efforts that you've made, the changes you've made in your life, you will find those resources, those opportunities you need to gain what you need for the projects, for the activities that you are planning. So this card is about the struggle, the chain. It's like the hand in the jar, right? The more you grasp around and try to get your hand out of the jar, the more difficult it is to do so. So this is really asking you to just appreciate all the abundance that you have in your life. And that will surely remind you of how successful, how abundant you are. In the position of the moon, we have the star. And of course, This is a beautiful inspiration of not only the healing that you are doing in your life, and that healing encompasses the magical ability to take what you have and create it into something that you want. This is something that has been engendered through your hard work and suffering, through the many hardships you've endured. And as you embrace your experience of perhaps limited means, you can be grateful for the fortitude, for the creativity that it has fostered in your life. And it has encouraged you to see the magical things that can happen when you are balancing your energies, when you're recognizing and accepting faith within yourself, having the faith and the trust in the universe that it can magnetize the resources you need towards you, that people that you meet with your attitude, with your values, recognize the star, the North Star, the light, your vision. And that is what is empowering you at this time. In the position of the Sun, we have the Six of Cups. And this is pointing you perhaps into a place where you can, it's interesting that it comes up with this Five of Pentacles, because this is really helping you to see the magic in your youth, in your conditioning, into the past, a time when you could exercise your talents and joys without a lot of resources, with the things you had, sort of like children playing in the sand or in the dirt. This is the joy that you experienced in simply playing without an agenda, enjoying the play, enjoying the creativity of the play, how you made a fort, or how you made a secret magical place in the park or the woods near your house. So this is really the same principle applied in a way that you know best. You have positive memories and relationships that arose out of that time that totally centered on your authentic self, who you are, and your capacity to do what it is that spoke to your dreams. So you're calling that into yourself at some point, and you're doing that at the same time that you're recognizing the abundance of your conditioning, the abundance of your current circumstances, despite the struggle or worry or concern you have about resources to maximize the opportunities you see around you. It is by enjoying what you have and knowing, having faith and trust in yourself. In the place of the present, we have the Ten of Pentacles, which is all about material abundance. This is about prosperity or wealth on your own terms, and perhaps you're finding a way to leverage your humble beginnings or means with this opportunity you now recognize that you want to give back to others. You have been the benefactor of a tradition, an ancestral or family tradition or culture where you were given opportunities that many of your ancestors worked very hard for you to have, opportunities they didn't have. And as you see and draw strength from that, you're realizing you can pivot that experience into one of legacy, into one of sharing in community, of providing access to others in a way that generates that abundance, keeps it going, shows others how to gain those same gifts and abilities, and really celebrates the abundance that you have as a community, as a project, as a team, as an organization, as a business. Whatever it is you're doing, you are successful in some fundamental way that is a transition to greater abundance, to sparking greater abundance in your community. In the past, we have the World card. So you're absolutely closing out a cycle here. This is a full circle. You are being recognized. You are achieving rewards for the work that you are wrapping up. You're closing out right now. You have gained immeasurable skills, and this is inclining me to think back to the idea that you've moved a very long way from your beginnings, whether they were the beginnings of your business, your work, your project, your family. From where you came from, you have gone on a complete journey of mastery, of control, of expertise, of accomplishment. You have achieved much. And this is reminding you that you are receiving the benefits of that. But only if you see that. You have to trust and have faith in that as you move forward, trusting that the abundance you have is preparing you for the next critical journey, because you still have this vision. This vision is still emerging out of the current circumstances that you may be concerned or trying to find some strategical address to the concerns you have about not having enough. And you're being reminded that you're already successful and receiving the rewards of this success, of this vast movement away from your roots. In the future, the King of Wands, this is all about living in your passion, living in your heart, and how you are continuing on with faith, with joy, in pleasure, inspired and motivated. This is what brings your team, brings your community along with you, celebrates with your community what you've achieved, recognizing that all members are part of generating ongoing abundance. This is love that never stops. This is eternal. This is forever. This passion you feel is only building, and it lives outside of you now. I'm going to clarify the 10 of Pentacles here with the 5 of Wands and the 9 of Cups. Wow. Yeah, the theme of community is very strong here because your sense of achievement and accomplishment, your sense of continuing has everything to do with the way that you work with others. Your passion is what magnetizes and sets the tone for teammates, collaborators, family members, whoever you're interacting with in order to start something or solve a problem. And I see you really changing, looking to change the terms, the terms of your prosperity, as well as the way that you work, the attitude, the perspective that each member brings to the team that recognizes that no individual has the answer, that hierarchy in a conventional sense is dispensed with, and that we're learning to work as part of a team. We're learning to work in an equitable way that honors the strength of individuals and supports ways in which members can work at an optimal level together to find solutions together so that every member is has their own responsibility in cooperating, in working in a collective fashion that shares the responsibility and also the rewards. This is a radical way of doing things in our culture. But what happiness you have, what joy, really working in this fashion, sharing this abundance of energy, of love, of resources, of safety and security that you are able to create for one another, so that you're finding your own satisfaction, your own contentment, and recognizing your achievements now and celebrating the satisfaction with which you have taken the steps, you have grown your capacity to appreciate, to love yourself, to love what you have accomplished. This is really about growing in your own esteem and understanding that not only is your garden rich, satisfying, the process is fulfilling to you, but this is what you bring to others. You've learned how the process is integral to the goal. I hope this has been helpful, Scorpio. As promised, I'm asking you to like this video if you found it enjoyable, to share it with another or others, to comment below, and to subscribe to my channel. Any or all of those things is appreciated by me. I pulled the selenite, and it says clear the clutter. And I'm going to pull a language of flowers card. And clearing the clutter is as much about releasing those attitudes and beliefs that you may have dethroned, but that are still occupying space in your psyche. So to really release that energy is going to elevate your joy, your appreciation, your gratitude for what you have. And I pulled the anemone, and the key word is optimism. Look up and look brightly. That's our North Star. Thank you so much for your time, Scorpio. Until next time, namaste.